Hey guys, welcome back, and in this one we're going to be fixing these top parts. I want to add some bevel here to create a bit better separation. So let's collapse these modifiers and add a bevel, which is here, and let's move that bevel above solidification but underneath subdivision. Here we need an edge, so let's go select this one and Control R and drop a loop here. So we got a better connection here. There we go. There's a bevel here going on, I think, but we need to improve that. So let's see what we can do about that. So shading, let's just turn off clamp overlap, and let me see that. Solidification needs to be above subdivision, and bevel needs to be above subdivision and needs to be smaller. So there you go. Okay, this angle isn't catching, I think, for some weird reason. Also, we need to turn off the auto smooth, which is messing things up here pretty badly. Cool, same here. Now here on this part, what we can do is, first of all, move the solidify above the subdivision, and then we need to turn off the auto smooth and probably introduce some loops here. It's gonna be peachy. We could introduce another loop here on the edges here. There you go, to make it a little bit more, you know, civil. And another one here in the back. We already have one, so this would do, and it's gonna be close to this bevel here. If it's not, we can always grab this one and, you know, push the bevel a little bit higher. There you go, not a big issue, and everything's gonna be great. Cool, so we got that looking good. There's a gap in here, which is interesting. It's caused by a lack of edge here, so we can just go to local view and see that there is no edge in here. So what we can do is select that, dissolve edges, and fix this angle here, and then run a loop here all across this EFF and tighten it up a bit, and this is gonna fix this gap here. So now it's peachy, and see, it looks like a really nice paneling. And here the same star is, so we could either add a bevel. I think bevel is fine, so shift select this one, Control C, and copy modifiers. It should be okay. There we go. Now here, I don't know if it's gonna work because this is quite steep. So let's copy that. Copy modifiers. Yeah, see, that's the problem. So let's go to local and let's see if we can change this angle here a little bit. See if I move my angle to 60 degrees. It's improving the situation. Also, we need to turn off the auto smooth. Here is a little bit of a pinching, and the reason for that is we don't have enough edges here. So what we should do here, technically, we should create a supporting edge here like this. Okay, so run it like that, and here, and then one more, probably, or one maybe is enough. We will see. Let's just run here one and see what's gonna happen. It's a little bit better. Probably we're gonna need another one here as well. So do that, and let's see how this is gonna help us out here. J. Well, it's not ideal. It's not ideal. It's not ideal. I might actually go, instead of bevel, go with the, you know, with loops. Might be a bit better, I think. So let's go ahead with this loop here. That's fine. And we're gonna have a loop here. We do. We need loop in the back. So GG, and simply move it in here. You can press EF and you can see that it's gonna flip to this side. There we go. Let's see that. And see, that gives us a really nice paneling effect with these bevels. Just reads a bit more strong and better. It's really nice. We could actually cut this. So we could shift D this, right? Go here and apply everything. So apply modifiers. And we could use it as a cutter. So, you know, turn on auto smooth and basically control minus. So then this one's gonna get cut like that, which is interesting. So we could move this boolean above bevel, so it's gonna actually work. And then we're gonna apply that. We can delete this part in the bottom. So hover over the part, press L, X, delete vertices, and you're done. And now you got a part on top. So M cutters. And now what we can do is actually, you know, use this. So let me see that. In fact, hang on, we need to fix the bottom here because the bevel is not being activated because there are no bevel weighted edges here. So we need to fix that. So let me see. What is this? Wait. There's some mess here. Let's combine this. Let's combine this. Let's remove this edge. There we go. Let's remove this edge. Okay. And let's combine these two. Right, now we don't really need these. So dissolve verts. And we're gonna combine them here. So J and J. And then select this edge here. And this here. Right click, B weight 1, sorted. Okay. And that's a bit better. Let's apply scale one more time. Because something is weird going on in here. Just drop the bevel here. There we go. And let's see what's going on here. We got these for some weird reason, so we can remove these. Dissolve edges. Dissolve edges. Good. We're still got problems here. Well, we need the bevel here for sure. So select that and B weight 1, that's gonna fix it. We do need a bevel here. So B weight 1, okay. We do not really need all these lines, so dissolve edges. We don't need this line, dissolve edges. We don't need any of these, to be honest, so we can combine them into one face. Okay, and I still don't understand what is happening to these. I have no clue. Maybe they're too close. GG. I genuinely have no clue, but I could symmetrize it to the other side. So I could go select everything and then mesh, symmetrize, and there you go, sorted. Okay, that was tiresome. So now we could start thinking about, you know, some kind of maybe tiny mounts in here for rotating these little buggers. 24 segments is enough. And move it in here and rotate it on X, scale it down, and right click, shade smooth, and wait, auto smooth, move it in here, and SY, bottom view, and move it somewhere here, then side view, rotate it, and top view. Let's just grab the fin. There you go. Top view and rotate it here. Then front view. just gotta basically align it to this shape and move it somewhere in the middle. There you go. And drop it somewhere here. So with this aligned here, what we can do is simply extrude it. And it's still not aligned. There we go. Kind of like that. Select this one and simply right click and bridge. That didn't work. So delete faces and, you know, bridge them. So boom. Select these. Right. Control B. And select these. And insert them, and E, cancel with right mouse button, Alt S, and move your mouse in, S, and scale them. Now scale them on individual origins, and this should do, right? Cool. And then we can add some details here, so, you know, something like this. And select these. Control B, then E, cancel, Alt S, and move your mouse down. Okay, and then let's add the bevel. Make it smaller. And we could apply weighted normals. And peachy, and then we can copy this to the other side, but before we do that, we need to make sure that they're gonna move them outside, so G, Z, and move them down. Yeah, from the side view, rotate them a bit. Shift S and move your cursor to the selected and then rotate on cursor. Then when you rotate, you're gonna be rotating everything. Otherwise, you're gonna be rotating on individual origins. It's not gonna work, you see. So, S and rotate them a bit. Kind of like that. We could even move them a little bit outside, you know, so move them a little bit outside here, like that. And we can create some casings for it. So grab these and simply mirror them across this main shape, right? And what we can do is, you know, select both and insert it, and then simply select bits of it here and extrude it inside of the chassis in GZ and move it up. There you go. Sorted. Then you get mounts for your wings. I mean for the fins. And top doesn't have to move. That's a stabilizing fin. That's okay. So there you go. And we can save it. We can just run some bulls here. So mesh cube and, you know, G, hold control, align it. Let's just change it to individual origins again, scale it down. G, hold control, align it here, boom. And then move it up and move it somewhere here, make it smaller. There you go. Right click, shade smooth, and, you know, boom. And then simply select this one and control minus. We're gonna have to move this one above, and it will require a bit of fixing because we're running subdivision on top of that, so it's not gonna be that easy. So here, you see it's gonna mess up the subdivision a bit, so probably gonna have to fix it manually later on. Also, what you can do is scale this SX on X-axis and do something like that, which is pretty cool. And then we can copy that. Okay, so Shift D, move it in here and rotate it, move it up. Is cut the other elements, so RZ 180, and we're gonna have to rotate it like that, and then, you know, control minus here. Yeah, it's much better, see. So grab that and simply move it in here. And make sure that it's above the bevel, so the bevel catches it. And then all we need to do is find a spot that's, you know, it's not too savage for it. So GY and GX. It's gonna be a mess. I will need to fix it later because, you know, this is basically a subdivision pulling all over the place. So I'm thinking I will need to fix that. Unfortunately, I cannot put it above solidification, I think, because it's gonna disappear. There you go. So it needs to be somewhere here. I could put it lower maybe because it's not cutting through the mesh. That's one of the problem. Nope. Yeah, it's absolute disaster. So what's the topology here? We don't have enough topology. Maybe that's the problem. Let's just add more topology. That doesn't really help much. Let's add another loop here. Maybe that's gonna help. So add a loop here. Contain that. That's helping a little bit. Let's GG, move it closer. So I think it's too close. Well, it's not awful. I mean, you know, we can fix it later. So it's still too deep, I think. Gonna be a bit closer to the edge. You know, something like this. And then shift 2 and M cars. There we go. So something like this, and you know, cars. And I think that's that. We could also have some openings on the wings on the back here. So create some loops and simply grab this bit here. And we could actually probably scale it down and faces. And how are we looking? Yeah, that's a little bit better. Creates a bit of an interest in the back. This could be bigger, to be honest. So we could grab this entire element. This is gonna be too big probably. Maybe, you know, maybe these. Let me see that. That's a bit too big. Okay, it's a bit too big. How about this? Insert it one more time and faces. Oh, this could work. So I could remove this one. Okay, this one could go. Dissolve edges. There we go. This one is okay. Yeah, this one is fine. That's good. It's a little bit close though here. But then I could have another one here, you know. Kind of like this. And drop it in. In fact, including this one. Drop it in. And then faces. How this looks. Oh, that's actually pretty cool. It corresponds with the openings in the front. I kind of like that. Cool. Well, sometimes you can, you know, use geometry in your scene to help you out. This corner really annoys me, to be honest. So GG, I'm gonna, you know, kind of round it out a bit. So it's not that, you know, not that cornerish. You know what I mean? It's a bit less crazy. I mean, we could go without a bevel. We could go with, you know, with loops, but then again, we're gonna have a problem over there with the cuts. So you win some, you lose some. But without a bevel, probably would look a little bit better. Yeah, it does. Shit. Let's move it here. So let's create a temporary. Let's create a temporary edge here, and GG, move it in here. That's too deep. How is this? Still cornery. Let's dissolve that. This is also interesting. Actually, this one is really cool. Oh, I like that. Cool, I'm gonna keep that. And I want some notches here in the front as well. So here, okay, so Shift 2, grab that, Shift D, grab it here, rotate it on Z, and rotate it here, drop it down. Can I even align this? I don't even know. Probably not. No, it's not gonna work that well. Let's just grab them and go to local. And here, let's drop it down and align it manually. There we go. And move it somewhere here. Move it down, front, rotate it, and Control minus. And let's assess the damage. Let's move it above the bowl, below the solidification. Grab the cutter, move it out, rotate it a bit, and find a spot that doesn't cause havoc. We could drop a loop here. That's gonna kind of help us out when contain this problem. We could have another loop here. This could help as well. And another loop here. Let's see that. That looks half decent. I like that. So Shift 2 and yeah. And there you go, got these cuts in the front, looks really cool. Awesome. So now in the next video, we're gonna be designing the kind of like back here. I wanna create some kind of like an engine, whatever, sort of vents, whatnot. And then maybe some kind of mounted gun in the front. And I think we're gonna be arriving at the end of our journey. So thanks for watching and I'll see you in the next one, guys.